Hello everyone, it's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's doing fine. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. You're absolute legends, guys. Please, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to smash a like. All that sweet stuff. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. If I get my words out. It is Tuesday morning, guys, where I am. I hope you're all doing well, wherever you are in the world. Thank you guys for joining me. Of course, it is the transfer window as it was yesterday. And you know what? Man United are taking a little bit of time to get going, isn't it? I did say, look, I'm not going to flip-flop from anything. Look, I'm going to do my button up, firstly, so I look smart when I say it. I'm not going to flip-flop from anything. I do believe that Man United should be a little bit patient, but at the same time, I'm starting to believe that Man United are taking too much time doing these deals. Man United have got a lot of work to do. They have got a lot of work to do. Now, I heard from a source that Manchester United will be continuing to speak to the Brentford today. Talks will be ongoing in regards to sorting out a fee, a payment plan, etc., etc. So the Mbeumo deals, should be going through very soon. I know it's taking a lot of time. It's like squeezing water from a stone, isn't it? So it's taking a little bit of time, and we need to get this deal done quickly, guys, because we need to move on to the next thing. Because at the moment, it doesn't seem like we are working on two deals at once. We're working on one deal at once, and that is not what we need, because Man United have got a lot of work to do. As I said, numerous amounts of times, we've got ingoings, outgoings, and we got a lot. We can't be having the likes of Sancho, etc., staying at the football club, and Rashford, even though it does look likely they're going to stay now. News coming out of Manchester United that the deal for Mbeumo is imminent. It is imminent, and Man United just need to iron out a few finer details in regards to the deal. Now, look, you know what? That would be great. If we could get the deal done this week, if we could get it, here we go, this week, that would be great. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. That would be great. And we can move on. Obviously, there is positive news around players. Players are being linked to Man United. It's better than being linked to nobody. You know what I mean? But we are being linked to players. That's a good thing. But at the same time, we need to get a step on. We need to get a move on. And this just typifies Manchester United, really, the way we've been over the last, decade? We've been like this. Very, very slow in getting deals done over the line. Not getting deals done before the preseason starts. Ideally, Man United want 90%, 9 times out of 10 of their deals done by the preseason. I believe Mbeumo will be done. Great. Mbeumo will be done. Okay? Right? He'll be done in June. But what about the striker? What about the midfielder, some may say? What about the goalkeeper, some may say? Now, it does seem apparent that Man United are not focusing on a goalkeeper. Man United are thinking, you know what? We're not going to be going after a goalkeeper this time. We'll be going after a goalkeeper next time. What do you make of that, guys? It's stressful. It is stressful. And I understand that it's stressful. And with Manchester United needing a goalkeeper, we do need a goalkeeper, but not only for Manchester United's sake, for our own anxiety's sake. You know what I mean? Because he creates a lot of anxiety. He creates a lot of indecisiveness within the team, of course. Let's get through some of your comments, guys. Absolutely. Hope you're all doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Bigger Albie, hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good, happy Tuesday, Albie. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Sal, and everyone. As fans, we are in need of some positive news. Not sure any of us are aware of how the fans are feeling right now. I don't think they are. And one thing I would say, Cornish made, and I would say this very clearly, right? They don't care. And this has been the problem, with the ownership for many, many years. They don't really care. They're not concerned about what Man United's feelings. They're not. Manchester United and the entourage of, obviously, Wilcox, Vavell, Barada, and of it, Jim Ratcliffe should have came out after the season and said, we apologize for this awful season. We are going to fix this in the summer. Nobody has said anything. And the thing is, it's the silence that upsets people. It's the silence. It upsets me. It upsets everyone. We're too quiet. We don't talk. We don't communicate with fans, We're so detached from the fans. It's unreal. And it's like us against them, isn't it? It's like us against them. And they're doing their thing whilst we're like, what's going on then? Can you inform us what's going on then? Like the Mbeumo deal. Look, I have to fight tooth and nail to get information about Mbeumo. Okay, Mbeumo they're keeping their cards close to their chest. And all I've heard is that Man United will continue talks today. That is what I'm hearing. Man United will continue talks today to iron out the final details of the deal. So what does that mean to me? That basically means that he should be a Man United player very soon, right? That should be it. I'm looking at Fabrizio Romano. I'm looking at people like that who are top tier journalists, of course. Themselves are, you know what, just spreading news about other clubs. Every 5 minutes, it's news about another club. No news about Man United. We want more news about 99. Yale, New Frankfurt, yes, 63 million. Heard about it yesterday, my friend Hugo TK. Absolutely. Paul Hurst is from Paul Hurst, not a top tier journalist, Yale. Definitely not. I'm not saying it's not true, but that has been in the media yesterday. Paul Hurst has been a Manchester correspondent since 2016, hasn't broke anything. So I don't think he is a top tier. Ornstein or Fabrizio is top tier. Cornish, big up everyone, of course. So that's one thing that irritates people. It's the lies in the media as well. It's people we can trust at the end of the day. And 63 million, exactly. Is it going to be add-ons when it comes to 73 million? Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Absolutely. Marky Mark, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Big up, Sanjay. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, everything is good. Mamouche was 59 plus 5 minutes. Yes, he was. Doesn't mean it's going to be the same. Pearl, good morning, everyone. Delap got an assist in the World Cup on his debut for Chelsea. Against who, Pearl? Against who? LA. You know what I mean? Dembo, morning, Sal. Give us all good news, please, mate. I'm going to lose the will to live. Dembo, you're feeling like me, my friend. Manchester United will get Mbeumo. I've said it, Man United is, in regards to Mbeumo. We just need to get the deal done. The deal is basically going to happen, right? But the thing is, Man United are taking their time. We need deals done so we can move on to the next deal. We can move on to the next player, the striker, the midfielder, the goalkeeper, the right wing back. I'm hearing news that Man United are going to do the attack, and then they're going to neglect everything else. I don't want that. I don't want to be neglecting the defense and obviously the goalkeeper, the midfield and stuff. But it looks like we're going to do that. Pearl, same side. A lot of United still loving Delap, the baby Yokeres. Well, I mean, they don't know nothing about him. 12 goals for Ipswich, got them relegated. Morning, Sal. Hopefully, we'll get rid of some rubbish players. Hopefully, Randall. Big up, Randy. Randall, how you doing? Garnacho moving out and not looking any more signed soon. I mean, Garnacho looks like he's going to be moving soon. Yeah. Garnacho is probably the most certain transfer that's going to happen to Man United in regards to an outgoing kind of thing. Obviously, because the fallout with Ruben Amorim. In regards to that, look, Man United, Garnacho, Rashford, Shaw, Sancho need to be leaving the football club. Man United need to move on from these players. Man United cannot have any more toxicity at the football club. If we're going to move on and we're going to trust Ruben Amorim in his philosophy, we need to move on the distractions, right? How embarrassing would it be if Sancho and Rashford come back to Man United? How embarrassing would that be? How awkward would it be for Mr. Ruben Amorim? How's it going to be? We need to get rid of those players. Absolutely. I did want Delap at United. Not happy at all. He did go to Chelsea. Not many people wanted him, but let's see how he does. He played against LA at the end of the day, for goodness sake. They have Giroud. He's about 40. Good morning, Sal. Why are we not going for Matata? He is cheap. He knows the system very well. And nobody says we're not, Natty. Nobody says we're not. He is on Manchester United's radar. But Man United have priorities. Man United want the players that they want first. For example, Gyökeres, Osimhen. Firstly, Mbeumo. Once Mbeumo goes through the door, then we're going to get more clarification on what strikers we need. Because there are a number of strikers that Manchester United are linked with at the moment. And there is literally 100 players on the Manchester United wish list. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Big up. Revert 7, sup, Sal. Good morning. I like the t-shirt today. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well, Revert 7. Morning, everyone. Morning, Bill. How you doing? Zizou, how you doing, my friend, bro? It's already 2 weeks. So in time, and Mbeumo. Look, 2 weeks. It's not 2 weeks because the window was closed last week. Right, let's get that clear. But what I think I would say is that they are taking their time, Zizou. They're taking their time and they're taking their sweet time. This deal is almost done. But as we know, Manchester United are penny pinchers, especially under this regime of Ineos, Jim Ratcliffe, etc., etc. They are penny pinchers. Let's be honest, guys. And to be honest with you, I'm tired of it as well. I want this to move on. I want it to get a step on. Hopefully this week we will get something. We're hearing that we are re-entering talks today. The new bids, the payment structure will be given to Brentford today. So hopefully we get some great news coming in very soon. We get a here we go as sooner rather than later. Because I'm telling you right now, we need work done at this football club. There's too much work that needs to be done to be dilly-dallying around, if you know what I mean. Big up Revert7, by the way. Big up yourself. Good morning, bro. Good morning, Rajat. How you doing? I hope you're well. I'm sticking by my guns. I do not think Mbeumo will be done until July 1st in a new PSR calendar. All right, Yale, he's done, mate. He's done. It doesn't matter whether he's done or not. He's done, just like Cunha was done before July 1st, isn't it? At the end of the day, sourceless information. Why are they relaxed when finished 15th? It's disgusting how they treat the fans. Natty, it is disgusting the way they treat fans. That is the bottom line, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day. And I would say it is sourceless information. Basically, not source. Sorry, it is bad. It is bad the way they treat the fans. They don't care. As I've said, Jim Ratcliffe don't care. Ineos don't care about Manchester United fans. They don't give a damn about us. Honestly, I'll be real with you guys. They don't. That's why they're keeping their cards close to the chest. Oh, look at those peasants. Let them moan, basically, sort of mentality that's going on. Do you know what I mean? And I don't like this kind of mentality that's going on. Do you know what I mean? You know, we are waiting. Deals should be done. Hopefully, Man United fans are not going to wait till July the 1st. This is pretty certain. Like, how long we got of June? What, 2 weeks of June left? Just under 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it could drag on to the end of June, as I've always said. I've said that all the way from the beginning. I've said it's going to drag on to the end of June, obviously, which brings it into July the 1st, which is pretty obvious. I think everyone has been saying that, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. And I think that is, lots of people want to be like the all-knowing. I told you this, and with no sources, you know. And I would say, I work in this team, you know what I mean? And what I would say is that by the end of the month, hopefully we will have a lot of clarification in what's going on, because obviously the new financial year will just start on July the 1st. This is why Diego Leon's coming on July the 1st, isn't it? So at the end of the day, you know, hopefully we will get some news. The problem is that the fan base are going to be very, very frustrated. They are frustrated at the moment. And obviously it's handling this, isn't it, at the end of the day? Big up MSC Forever. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Hope you're doing well, of course. Let's go for Mbeumo deal done very soon, my friend, very soon. And I'm quite excited for Ekitike if they are getting him to be our Man United main centre forward. But then if they keep Højlund too, Ekitike, look, I don't think he's the right fit for Man United. I don't think he's the right fit for Man United. I really don't. He's another runner. He's another flair player. In my opinion, Man United have too many flair players. Man United need a centre forward. Man United need a centre forward. Ekitike is the Cunha. He's an Mbeumo type of player who could play up front, could play just behind the two. I don't think that is the transfer Man United going to. If you know about football, you will know what Man United need. Man United need a centre forward, a number 9, a Mateta, someone like that, an Osman, a Gyökeres, someone like that, whose main skill set is scoring goals. That's what Man United need. Fex, everyday deal is close. Slow. Yeah, it is close. That's why, Frex. Nothing has changed, has it? Mbeumo signing can take until end of July. No, it's not going to take to end of July, Rajat. It's not at the end of the day. What year is that polo? Looks clean. It's from the Euros, Rajat. Last Euros, my friend, bruv. Leeson, good morning. How you doing? The Algerian midfielder looks like a beast. Would be so good to have him in Ugarte. And let's get into some transfer news. I mean, I know we don't want to hear about any other players, but Man United are scouting a Nice player. I mean, it's been about time. It's been that we scouted a Nice player, isn't it? Hicham Boudaoui. He's a Nice player, central midfielder, currently playing for Nice, as I said. But he plays for Algeria. He is 25 years old. We are highly admirers of this player. Obviously playing for Nice. So you would have thought that Man United might have still a march on a player like this, isn't it? There are some players that play for Nice who are pretty good. His value is only 15 million euros. So that is something quite interesting because he's not that expensive. Central midfielder, right midfield, and defensive midfield. What does that mean? It means he could play right wing back. It means he could play defensive midfield and central midfield. So that means that this is the kind of thing that we're looking at. We're looking at players that can, you know what, be versatile, and their players can be a bit of a handyman, can play in different positions and stuff like that, of course. Absolutely. Good morning, British Bulldog. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I say, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself. Good morning, Sal. What do you make of Man United tax where clubs overprice? This is what we got the Ineos in for, isn't it? This is why we got Barada, Vavel, Wilcox. This is why we got these players in the club to sort out this thing where people overprice us. They overprice us at the market. This is where their skill set is, the negotiation part of things. This is why we pay them the big bucks. Their ability to negotiate. And to be fair, on them last summer, I think they did pretty well. And to be honest with you, I would say that, they should be able to get deals done. They should be able to get deals done at an affordable price. At the moment, what Man United are doing, they're trying to do the Chelsea model, which is basically getting players on installments. So dragging the transfer out for like literally, 5 years, for example, 20 million each year. And obviously giving them eight-year contracts and things like that, which is obviously can override FFP and PSR and things like that, of course. Nick, what's going on? Nick Seeley, what's going on, my friend? No Trashford, please. It's going to be very difficult, Nick, to get rid of him. One of the biggest problems Man United are going to face is getting players out the door, in particular Sancho and Rashford. These two players need to leave. We can't get rid of Luke Shaw. No one's going to go after Luke Shaw. No one's interested in Luke Shaw. The only thing I could foresee happening with Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho is a loan. That's what I can only see a loan happening. I can't see anything more than that happening. Nobody in their right mind is going to spend the money on them, And obviously Marcus Rashford in particular, he's set his sights on Barcelona, but Barcelona don't want him. They want Nico Williams, So he needs to open his mind a little bit and say, look, you know what? I'm not going to play for Barcelona. Let me make my name somewhere else, because obviously he wants World Cup football. The World Cup is happening at the end of next season, so he's going to want to play World Cup football. You know what I mean? Absolutely. No outgoings as of yet. Nope, Kenny, absolutely not. Not yet. It's difficult to get Fabrizio on. Is it difficult to get Fabrizio on? Not for me, no. But he's busy, Raja. It is difficult in that aspect, if I say that. But he is busy. I'm going to try and get him. Don't worry about that. But it's all about timing. I want to get him at the right time. But, because he is extremely busy. Even if I'm getting for 10 minutes. I've spoken to him stuff a couple of times, and we're going to arrange stuff. It definitely is going to be nice. We're going to have a good one. Of course, Ineos must be singing "Take Your Time with It." Take your time with it. Your time with it. That is exactly what they've got troops there with them at the moment doing "Take Your Time with It." Your time with it. Oh goodness me, I can't stand that. I don't know why I just did it. Oh my goodness me. Good morning, Sonny. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Big up, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Of course. Man United upper management is playing Minecraft. Big up, Rajat. Good morning, Randy. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're good, my friend. Hope everything is good with you. Natty, Sal, is it true we did not contact Frankfurt for Ekatike? Man United have inquired about Ekatike. They know about Ekatike. Man United have known about Ekatike for a year. And Natty, let me tell you that. They've known about, I've mentioned it on Stretford Post. Man United are interested in Ekatike. Man United were interested in Ekatike last year. Guys, last summer, last year. And I said it on this show. The list that Man United are interested in, the players that Man United are interested in, and many of them are still on the list. Man United are still looking at the same players that we were looking at last year. So Ekatike has always been on the radar. So obviously they've analysed what Ekatike has done this season and said, you know what? We want Ekatike. What do I think of that? I want whatever Ruben Amorim wants. But what I'm hearing, Ekatike is not Ruben Amorim's first choice. Ruben Amorim wants a centre forward. Ruben Amorim wants a number 9. Ruben Amorim wants a guy who could put the ball in the back of the net. Ekatike is not a prolific goal scorer. He's a good player, can score goals, but he's not prolific. Man United need a prolific goal scorer, especially for that amount of money. We've already got Xerxes. How many goals would Xerxes score for Frankfurt? How many? If Xerxes played at Frankfurt, how many goals would Xerxes score? You know what I'm saying, isn't it? At the end of the day, is it point buying Ekatike is just another Xerxes? We need a centre forward. That's what we need. Absolutely. Yale. United just started to do business in June. Cunha being done early is something new. Yeah, because it was a short window, of course. MSC forever. Rather Ekatike take Milinkovic-Savic for 40, Strager for 40 million, maybe Jimenez and Strand Larsen, and our main problems are solved. I know we need a centre midfielder, but maybe for 7. Natty, Is there any news about Sancho? Nothing at the moment, my friend Natty. Nothing at all in regards to Sancho. Jadon Sancho's happy to run down his contract. That's what it is at the end of the day. 100, no, I don't agree. I don't think this. Marius, what's going on? I think we should keep Rashford as centre forward. Marius, he's not a centre forward. He can't play centre forward. He's played there before. Isn't good enough as a centre forward. Absolutely not. That would be murder. That would be suicide, should I say. Ekatike should style play, and exactly so need to go for him. Let's go for a proven striker. That's what we need. Exactly, Leeson. Exactly. Absolutely. Maybe blame Tottenham for the delay. I don't think so. I think it's Man United trying to penny pinch, mate. I think it's Man United trying to get a deal in with installments, trying to work out a payment plan with Brentford. Man United don't want to pay the money up front. It's the problem. They don't want to pay the money up front. This is going to be the issue with Man United. We don't want to pay money up front. We want to drag transfers out. Unfortunately, many teams want payments up front. So Man United are working that deal out, of course. Daniel, what's going on, my friend? Sal, I would take Ramos from the worth it. I mean, Ramos is a good player. Not many people are talking about Ramos. I know that he had the personal issues going on with PSG and stuff like that, but I would definitely take Ramos. He's another one that we ain't looking at strongly enough, in my opinion. I agree, Sal, about Ekatike. We need a number 9 target man. Ekatike is a number 10 in my eyes. Absolutely, Bill. People's eyes light up when they see a player. They look at the attack, right? And they think that he's everything. He's a striker. He's a midfielder. He's a this. We need a focal point in the team that primary goal is just like Haaland at Man City. Primary goal is to put the ball into the back of the net. That's what we need. Someone like that. Someone who's proven to be a goal scorer. Ekatike is risky, of course, and he's more of a number 10. As you said, Yale, the sad thing on these players is that we cannot buy any player from them until January. Transfer ban predict. Yep, I believe so. But we're still interested. Big up, Raja. Why my YouTube was lagging? Well, reason it was leave it then maybe. Yeah, big up, Raja. Big up. Hope it's okay now. Cesar, hell, keep a Rashford as centre forward. Guys, Rashford is not a centre forward. He's proven he can't play centre forward. He's been at Man United 10 years. He's not a centre forward. He's not a centre forward. He can't play centre forward. He can't hold up the play. Guys, do you watch football? Do you analyse football? Ekatike isn't a viable option in a tactical perspective. I agree with that, Sal. Big up, Sal. How you doing? Absolutely. Ekatike is not a proper 9. He's a utility player that needs to run around the pitch and make stuff happen. That guy's a winger for me. Uchechi, I agree with that. I'm glad people are starting to agree with me in regards to that. I agree with that, absolutely. Everything Forever, what do you think about Turkey, the new Man United humble after Haaland chance of Turkey? Let him talk. At the end of the day, we move on, we'll see. At the end of the day, it's just banter, isn't it? Randy, the Freedom Boys will stink around at the club until the end of the window. Most likely, Randy. Sal, how legitimate are the Napoli links to Sancho? Napoli can make KDB level assist if they take both Sancho and Garnacho, but that's very far-fetched. I think in regards to Sancho, it's not. In regards to Garnacho, it's not far-fetched. In regards to Sancho, I believe it is far-fetched. I mean, to be honest with you, Sancho, these teams are not stupid at the end of the day. They know about Sancho. They know about his history, the way he is, the mercenary side of things, And another thing, Sancho said he's not going to reduce his money. He's already told Man United he's not going to accept less money from any other football club. So that shows you where Sancho is and his mindset. That's what Sancho is. I can't believe people were out there defending Sancho last year. It's crazy. So, no, I don't think he'll go to Napoli. Napoli are not stupid. Big up, Timo. What's going on, my friend? Glory, go Man United. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. Another great member of the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. And thank you for supporting the channel, my friend. Absolutely. Big up, Ichichi. So have you heard of Anthony News Real Betis? I seriously consider Anthony for 35. Yes, I've heard about it. Absolutely. Grayo, good morning, you legend. What's going on, mate? Hope you're doing well. 133 likes. So please, everyone, can you smash the like and subscribe buttons? We're on our way to 12,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, Grayo, you legend. Thank you very much, my friend. Guys, please like the stream. Thank you so much, MEC Forever. Big up yourself. Bill, we need a Vivel to pluck a couple of unknown gems to us. Bill, I hope they do. I mean, at the end of the day, look, that's what I thought we got them in for. You know what I mean? Now, we're targeting players we already know about, We need to find hidden gems, as you said there, Bill. Hidden gems, South America, places like that. Obviously, we've got Kone. He came through the door, Diego Leon. But it's gone a little bit quiet on that front, hasn't it? Big up, my friend Bill. Big up. Thank you, brother. Good morning, MC Ever. Good morning, Randy. Big up, everyone. Listen, There's some good news South American strikers in the World Cup. And this is where we need to look as well, guys. Look at this World Club Cup. That's where Man United need to look. And Lisa makes a point here about the World Club Cup. Look at the World Club Cup. Let's find the strikers. I hope we are. Because you might find a bargain there, isn't it? Look at the likes of Boca Juniors. Look at these teams, who drew 2-2 with Benfica yesterday. Let's look at these teams. There's good players in these teams. You know what I mean? Let's try and find some. Let's try and find some gems. Do you know what I mean? That's what Man United need to do. Ekatiga looks like a promising quality striker, a lot of potential. Yes, potentially doesn't cut it right now, but looks great as a long-term deal because he's only 22, but he's not a number 9. We need a number 9. Good morning, MEC. Big up yourself. Yale, I have heard a few clubs from Italy want Sancho, and there is a bunch of teams. Heard from who? Nobody's on their right mind wants him. We're keeping him, mate. Koke. It's do or die for Glinios. Got to see the exits coming ASAP. Clock is running down. The only thing we can do with Jadon Sancho is a loan. That's the only thing we're going to do. I think that it's going to be a loan and nothing else, in my opinion. It's just going to be a loan, unfortunately. Rajit. No, Rashi playing centre is the headless chicken up front. Very ineffective. Absolutely, Rajit. I don't know. Anyone could say play Rashford up front. We're not going to score goals. Absolutely not. Maybe if Wolves grant us another player, I would take Larson. He is very active in the box, and Cunha and Larson will have a connection with Mbeumo. The problem is we're not in for him, isn't it? We're not in for these strikers, isn't it? We're just in for the ones that that have been mentioned. Dabbins asks, Young's profile floating forward can appear anywhere on the pitch in the box, inside the box, and midfield defense. Even high work rate, assists in counters and midfield and attack. Yeah, there you go. Not a number 9. Raja. No, they play in the FIFA. They don't watch. Absolutely. I keep getting to Israel adverts on YouTube these days. It's a disgrace. There's so much going on in the world right now, my friend. Absolutely madness. We all know what the problem is, and we all know, don't we? And it's certainly not Muslims. If we keep Rashford, we can make them a mascot, replace Fred and Red. Absolutely. If we can make Rashford, we can make him a mascot. Oh, there you go. Right. I took a little bit of time getting used to that. I was like, what's that? And then you come out with a pun. Big up, Randy. I keep getting pro-Israel adverts on my YouTube these days. Is it? They run the media, mate. They run the media. Zionism is part of the media, mate. It's the media, run by, as we know, the Antichrist. So people look into it. Sancho is a pain in the ass. He is, absolutely. 300k mascot. Bloody hell, can you imagine? I don't care if Ineos do not say much about the transfers as long as we get in front free for the season. As long as we get the front free. I mean, a lot of people are saying that, Bill. Yeah, right. Yeah. If we get the free up front, that does solve a big problem at Man United, because the biggest problem for Man United is scoring goals. And that is pretty evident last season. Minus goal difference last season, minus goal difference the season before. Goal scoring is the biggest issue for Man United at the moment. And Man United need to find a way to score goals. And by buying Mbeumo, by buying a striker, a number 9, I think that will fix it. Along with Cunha, I think that will go a long way to where Man United finish. Yes, we do need a lot more players in there. We need a midfielder, right wing back, and a goalkeeper. We need that. But Ruben Amorim has already said it, that we're not going to get all the deals done this summer. Unfortunately, we don't. As much as we think we should, we're not going to get all the deals done this summer, unfortunately. And it will be in the next windows, sadly, But I think it will fixing the front line will improve Man United significantly, definitely. Why the hell almost a winger nowadays? Sancho's, Rashi, Yama, all wingers, not number 9s, absolutely. Very rare to find these days. Very rare to find these days. Raja, what if Sesko go to Arsenal? Will you take over Gyökeres or Ekatike? So, no, Gyökeres is better player than Ekatike. I will take Ekatike, Osman, a number 9. Again, he's not a number 9, Ekatike. Yeah, we need more bargains like heaven. We do. It's going to be hard to find. There's Diego and Leon joined yet. 1st of July, I believe. Kenny, bring back Tevez. There you go. We did sign that super talent from Southampton, so they have found one gem so far this summer. Yeah, well, is he? Amorim seems happy with Heaven, which says a lot of the. I mean, Aiden Heaven is a generational. I'm going to say it right now. Aiden Heaven can be whatever he wants to be. He's going to be a brilliant player for Manchester United going forward. I think he can be a world-class player, a world-class defender for Man United, an absolute gem. And is a great find, as was Lenny Yoro and players like that, of course. Jarvis last night. I don't watch that, mate. I don't watch that. Those guys, definitely not. So, of your Arsenal go to Sesko if you get Gyökeres. If he did not perform, fans will not be patient. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. And Sesko's only scored 13 goals this season. You know, at the end of the day, Sancho and Rashford will go on loan, and Anthony and Garnacho sold, baby. Garnacho and Anthony have more chance revert 7, absolutely. Garnacho and Anthony have more chance of leaving than, obviously, Rashford and Sancho. Rashford and Sancho, as we said, best bet is loan. Unfortunately, Sancho wins in this because Sancho's gonna run down his contract. Sancho's gonna get a big payoff. The other club he goes to, the next club he goes to, he's gonna get a massive payoff, whoever he goes to. So all he needs to do is just wait off his contract, and that's it. And then go from there, of course. Absolutely. Yeah. I've had Ben Jacobs on here. Rash the red, absolutely. And Jarvis. They don't know nothing, mate. I'll tell you that right now, Yarley. At the end of the day, Rashford is not effective. Absolutely. Ekatike can play false 9 and bat as a 70 to 65 million. Big up Davies ass. But we don't want a false 9, Davies ass. Man United need a number 9, a proper number 9. We don't need a number 1. Calvert-Lewin incoming on a free. No, thank you. He can have his handbags. No Rashi, the canteen serving lunch guy, bro. Big up, mate. Big up, bruv. Timo, is it Maguire up next season if we don't get our top? There you go, Timo. I think it's an option, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's going to end up being an option, mate. It could be. Maguire as our centre forward. He needs his number 9. He can play that well. Lewis midfielder for me. Big up, John. Get back Ronaldo and Nani pickup, guys. We're getting a bit nostalgic, ain't we? Guys, I'm headed back to London. Plane crash also happened. Condolences to everyone who loses their life. Hopefully India will learn not to support genocide, and I hope that happens as well. And RIP to everyone that is dying around the world, kids, children, everyone. It's disgusting, and I hope that we find peace and we learn who the real evil is at the end of the day. Absolutely. Natty, how much you want from Garnacho if we sell for our Premier League teams? 70, mate. 70 million, Natty. 70 million. Absolutely. Not scoring almost sunk us. Yeah. Goals win games. If you don't score goals, you don't win games. Maz quite good value, worth only about 12.5 million, maybe. I mean, a great deal. Maz Rory wasn't he? At the end of the day, a great deal. He was a great deal, of course. Did you see Carl Walker gone to Everton? Yeah, he's finished, mate. Carl Walker's finished anyway. We don't really want him. Last season, we had so many injuries in our defense. Why? I don't know. Maybe look at the physiotherapists and things like that, you know? We've had problems for many, many years, Bill. We all know what problems we've had over the years. 60-odd injuries under Eric Ten Hag. Why did it happen? What's going on with our training regime? It's not, and the problem is we had simple-minded people talking about, it's Eric Ten Hag's fault. He trains them too hard. But how comes this keeps happening with every single manager? That's what I want to know, Gyökeres might not sign for us, even if he does know that he is not going to stay for long. Davids asked. Sancho got an extra year. No. Oh, God blimey. Is that true? Napoli apparently want Yaden or Garnacho. Don't know how good. I don't think they want Sancho, Raja. I'm close to Napoli. I don't think they want. Maybe on loan. Maybe they go for a loan. I don't think they're going to go. They're the champions of Italy, Garnacho is going to Napoli, Daniel. I believe so. I think he should go Napoli. I think it'd be good for him to go to Napoli. I think if Jadon Sancho goes to Napoli, it would be good for his career. Not Sancho, sorry, Garnacho. If Garnacho goes to Napoli, it'd be very good for his career. I believe Greg's, the bakery, are putting an offer for sure. They need a new pipe. Mark. Oh, there we go. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, no, God blimey. We've heard it all. Big up, that Mark Irfan. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Bring back Wout back. Goodness, we're getting desperate. His agent could also be the reason the clubs bid for him. Yeah. Calvert-Lewin did give an old-fashioned tip to the boys. The fashion tip, yeah, he gave a handbag, didn't he? At the end of the day, we are talking about Osimhen, but we know inside the wage is a problem. Ineos are the penny pinchers of Osimhen might not come to us because we can't afford his wage and a world-class striker is what we want. I know. If we want good, we're going to have to pay for it, you know, at the end of the day. I don't see the point of us paying 63 million for Ekitike, you know, when we could just pay a little bit extra with the wages and everything and get Osman. But there we are. You know what I mean? If he wants to come, of course, as well. And Natty, Sal, if we do not sign a midfielder, may new contract extension will give us a new signing. That is the thing, isn't it, Natty? That's the thing. Oh, it's just like a new signing. Another thing is obviously with Eriksson and Lindelof. Eriksson and Lindelof, we say, oh, we sold them when we all know that their contract expired. You know, so we're going to use the Evans, and Lindelof, Eriksson and Lindelof, contract expiry. Basically, oh, we got rid of them. They're going to be part of it. We sold, but we didn't sell them. We haven't sold anyone at the moment. You know, Leeson, good. How you doing? Are they real injuries or are just fake, mate? You said it right there. Look, yeah, at the end of the day, convenient injuries, convenience, and that is what Duke Shaw is. When the window happens, peep the game. Look what he does. Every single time the window happens, he goes like into his shell and he's injured. You know, weird. Thank you so much, Natty. Big up yourself. But labor release clause is the same as Ekitike's previous asking price. Wish we can afford both of them. Jane, what is the Batiste offer for Anthony? Is shit. Sal, will you take or bring Anthony back? No. I know certain things about Anthony that not many people have heard, including being rude and swearing at Ruben Amorim when he told him to play, if he could play the right wing back position. I've seen things like that. I've heard things like that. A lot of noise going on about. I would sell him. Just get rid of him and start again. Get the money from him and let's start again. That's what I would say about it. Natty, Sal, do you fear if we sign your carriers, it will be a Di Maria situation? No. Di Maria got his house burgled and stuff like that. Never wanted to come to Man United. Really didn't wanted to go to PSG. This is different. This is Ruben Amorim, person he knows and stuff like that. Of course. FM, do we really need Osman? Just asking. Wages too high. We need him. Whether we can afford him is another thing, FM. We need a number 9. Yale, do you know anything about the insider trading thing rumored about Osman and his journalist friend? Any truth there? I haven't heard nothing about it. I'm gonna have to look into it, mate. Big up, Yale. 25 million from Batiste is a loss. Bring more or go home. Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if people have inside traders anyway. That happens quite often as well. 25 million Batiste is long. Bring up and go home. Yeah, that's what it is. I think he's worth more than that. Double says 40 million. Look how many goals and assists he had last season. 40 million. That's it. A deal worth 40 million, that should be. Yeah, guys, best of luck. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Embassy Forever. Much love, brother. Big up, my friend. How you doing? Of the three, Mbeumo, your carers, and Ekitike, who is the what? Who is the what? You've left me in suspense, my guy. You left me in suspense. Who's the what? Pablo, what's going on? How you doing? Garnacho wasn't Premier League only club just to flex on Amorim. Garnacho was the Prem club only just to flex on Amorim. I'm not sure what that means, Pablo. Big up, Pablo, by the way. MC Forever, bye, Sal. Meet you in the chat box. Big up. See you later on, my friend. Thank you for joining me. This club works on a cup and a farcical high scores and empty stadiums. Only some teams deserve to be there. Exactly. TJ, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? We are slow as fuck. Absolutely, TJ. I agree with that. We are. Definitely. Sid, what's going on? How you doing? We should go for Sehu Garassi or said nothing but can do a job. And by the way, I hope we go for Max Dowman from Arsenal Academy. You know anything about the player? Yes, Man United have offered a deal for Mr. Dowman, another young player, another project player, mate. Max Dowman is a 15-year-old. You know what I mean? 14 caps for England under 17s, 4 goals. Another talented attacking midfielder, but another project player. He could play attacking midfielder, right midfielder, central midfielder. It looks like Man United are going to grab him from Arsenal. It does. I briefly mentioned it yesterday, but what I would say is that Man United need players now, don't they? They really do. And I'm happy with these players that have been signed from the academies. That's great. But 15 years old, he's not going to be a Man United player for another 2-3 years, is he? You know, realistically. Club World Cup. I mean, a lot of teams, Irfan, in regards to the Club World Cup, the best teams are not there. Simple as that. All the best teams are not there. In my humblest of opinions, in my opinion, what it should have been, the best teams in England, the best teams, for a start, right? It should have been Man United and Liverpool in it. The best teams in English football history. right? We should start there. Not the best teams of the last 4 years to conveniently fit in with Man City. That's why the stadiums are empty. How can Barcelona not be there? Man United, not, well, let's forget about Man United, but Barcelona and Liverpool are not there. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's just absolutely stupid, you know, at the end of the day. Madness. Nin Slima, what's going on? Hi, of the three players, Jokeres and Katika, who would be brought to United in favour of Ruben Amorim's formation? Mbeumo would be brought in, Jokeres would be good, and it will fit like a glove in regards to Ruben Amorim's formation, of course. Big up my friend, Luben. Thank you so much. Luben for Uganda. Big up Uganda. Big up my Ugandan family. Big up. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're good. Luben, thank you so much, my guy. Thank you. Mbeumo is a priority signing. First of all, first things first, Man United need to get the Mbeumo deal over the line. That is what we are. We're still linked with Wesley Sneijder. Step. Can you imagine? Have you seen Wesley Sneijder these days? He looks very, very. I'm not gonna say anything, but you know, it looks awful. Sal, how on first place we go to Delap when we can't contact other strikers? That is what it is. Man United went after Delap. This is very strange here because Man United went after Delap, right? When we knew we could get Jokeres or you know, an Osimhen or Mateta, Man United went after Delap. Mate, don't you think that's a little bit weird? Don't you think that's a little bit weird? That is a little bit strange. Man United going after Delap ahead of the players that we're talking about. You know? Weird Man United. Weird Man United. Ali, what's going on? Mbeumo deal done. Nearly, mate. Nearly. Let's hope we get there, of course. Club World Cup, Miss United. I mean, if Man United were there, fan, the place will be full up. They're lying about the attendance at the moment. They're lying about the attendance. Can you believe it? Absolutely. Dabizaz, we are linked to everyone. We got 100 players we're linked to, actually. Inter Miami is there, despite never winning MLS. There you go. Corruption at its best, isn't it? Messi effect. Let's do everything to suit Messi. Let's get everything all nice and cushy for Messi. Messi. Messi is the PR GOAT. Ronaldo's the real GOAT. Absolutely. EC. Big up Sal. Big up EC. How you doing, my friend? I'll be doing well. If we get Mateta for 35 million and a goalkeeper too, I will be very happy, man. A midfielder with it. AC, great comment. Intelligent comment. Exactly that. I will be a very happy man as well if we did that. I would be very happy with that. If we sign Ekatike or we signed Mateta and a goalkeeper, I'd be happy we signed Mateta and a goalkeeper. I think that would be better. That'd be better for Man United. Big up SLD. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, of course. Absolutely. World Cup covers a disaster FIFA statement just to please Trump. It was something. Trump is just an absolute nutter, mate. I mean, we're living in a world where people can be in the wrong and get and act like they're the victims. You know, it's just disgusting the way the world is going on at the moment. Trump is an absolute, you know. But then again, ain't they all? You know, apart from Kennedy, ain't they all? You know what I mean? We represent 7. If it's confirmed, we're gonna have Dalman. I saw him play against United in the FA Youth Cup in February. Highly rated kid, highly rated, but we're not going to see him for another 3 years. So, you know, that's the thing. 15 years old. Hopefully we see him before that. It might be 16. He might break through the ranks and stuff like that. I don't want United at the Club World Cup. I want them to rest good and get on with it. I don't think Ineos think that way. I think you get 100 million for winning that tournament. I think, you know what I mean? I think they think differently. Absolutely. Stadiums are full when South American team play at the World Cup. Yeah. Proper fans, mate. American teams ain't proper teams, mate. Can we get Chris Wood on a 1 year? Guys, you know what? SLD, thank you for SLD. You know, he's come out with an absolute diamond here. What about Chris Wood? Chris Wood was scoring goals for fun last season. Why are we not in for him? What's going on here? You know, what's going on here? Scoring for fun last season. Imagine him up front. Just a thought. Big up, Darren. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Of course. Big up. To that 30 million, half the price of Jokeres. That's why Ineos went for him. Half the player as well. We've got 7. UK Darren, big up yourself. How are you doing? Good to see you. As I said before, but I'm saying it again. Good to see you, mate. Bill, I'm sure Wilcox overruled Amorim. I can see a few arguments happening. I think there is. I think that's what happened with the Ashwood as well. I think there was a conflict of opinion. And I think this is going to happen sooner or later. You know, because I don't think that Ruben Amorim has the final choice. I don't think he has the final say in regards to transfers. I don't. I think he has a say. I don't think he has the final say in regards to transfers. I think it all goes down to Wilcox, Barada, and Vivell, in my opinion, and Jim Ratcliffe. Daniel and the Glazers. Because obviously Joel Glazer's still involved, isn't it? You know? Man, you should go and get Ramsdale. No, thank you. No, thank you. I wouldn't be surprised if that they changed the rules for the Club World Cup. They should. Man United should be there. Liverpool should be there. So if we sign from pre-season, it will help us very much. And unfortunately, we do not have the owners who knows this and a businessman. Absolutely, Natty. I cannot stress exactly what Natty said there. I cannot stress how important it is for Manchester United to get their deals done before pre-season. I'm not saying every single deal, but the majority of it. I'm talking about the attack needs to be done. Mbeumo, striker, need to be done. You know, that needs to be done. Most of Man United's deals need to be done. Their business needs to be done because, you know, this has been a problem over the last few years that Man United are not getting the deals done quick enough. And we're obviously struggling, you know, at the start of the season because the players are coming in. They haven't practiced in the formation and tactics and stuff like that. Haven't even got match fit as well. So we need to get this done. It's so important. It could be the difference with 10 points. Honestly, 10 points could be the difference if you don't have a pre-season. The team that played Munich was a bunch of university students. They had no business being there. Yale, absolutely. Who loses 10-0 these days? Who the hell loses 10-0 these days? Auckland, you are an embarrassment. Is it Auckland? Is that New Zealand? You are an embarrassment. I will get you a bunch of my youth team. I have a youth team over here. Will play bloody Bayern Munich and not lose 10-0. Absolute embarrassment. Why are they there? They shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be. I'm looking at the teams and I'm looking at, you know, where's all the Asian teams? You know? UEFA Conference World Cup. Europa World Cup. Big up, fan. Absolutely. Big up, Darren. Big up. I don't know how much about the World Club rules, to be honest. Just like a Ballon d'Or. It's just a farcical, isn't it? Amram doesn't have the veto. Big up, Kenny. Who's Rams now? Absolutely. Kazi, good morning. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, of course. Noah fell asleep in that match. I mean, he didn't need a goalkeeper. He didn't need a goalkeeper that match. 10-0. Who loses 10-0, guys? An absolute embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment, man. I would go around every single one of those players and do this.
Come closer. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
I don't know. What is the sound of one?
Absolute embarrassment. Honest to God. Transfers will go drag on until August. Absolutely. Leeson, even Benzema on loan would help us a lot. Leeson, good point. It would. He's still got it. He's still got it, guys. He absolutely has. Yeah, JJ looks class. JJ Gabriel looks class. Absolutely, revert 7. I can't wait to see JJ Gabriel play for Man United. JJ Gabriel is the future. Revert 7. I'm telling you right now, I can't wait to see this player. I can't wait. We need to be careful because of it. Obviously, we got other teams sniffing around him. We need to get him on a proper contract when he reaches 16, I think it is. Then he can get onto an upgraded contract in regards to that. So no one can nick him, you know. Who you think can win the World Club Cup? I think PSG, Daniel. PSG will win it. 10-0, their goal difference looking like United's last season. SLD. Allow it, bruv. Ellen, good morning, Ellen. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Chris Wood from New Zealand. He's from New Zealand, yeah. Yeah. They needed him yesterday, Kazi. Yeah. Big up, Cosmo. How you doing? EC, I would be worried about the outgoings. Still no clubs going for Garnacho, Rashford. Let's give it time, EC, in regards to the outgoings. And Anana, if these players can't be moved ASAP, we can still sign players. The biggest issue that I'm going to have, EC, is that in particular Rashford and Sancho, right? Rashford and Sancho are going to create a toxicity within the dressing room. You know, they're not happy. They've fallen. I mean, Sancho hasn't, but Rashford has. Rashford's fallen out with Ruben Amorim. It wasn't Amorim's fault about Sancho, but Rashford has fallen out of Amorim. So that needs to be fixed ASAP because that is going to be, you know, very awkward within the dressing room. Do you know what I mean? So we do need to get that fixed ASAP. Absolutely, EC. Irfan, I believe Auckland played a big role for United when they suffered the Munich disaster. How and in what capacity, I don't know. A lot of teams did including Man City did. A lot of clubs did. Sheffield Wednesday, as far as I'm aware did. Lots of teams around the world contributed. And Man United, when I think about Manchester United, I think about the Munich disaster, and I think about the spirit that represents Manchester United going on 5 years later to win the league. And then 5 years after that, winning the Champions League, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. That is what Man United spirit should be. And we haven't had this for many, many years, you know. We have a bunch of overplayed bottlers, unfortunately, you know, and I can, you know, it's, we need to change the mentality, and we need to these players need to understand who they are playing for. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, big up with Ofan. JJ looks class. Dalman is Arsenal though, and through, and I'm surprised with the news. Yeah, we're interested in him. Emmy, how much longer would it take till you grow impatient with Mbeumo? I hope we don't wait 2 weeks. Emmy, if I told you one thing about how impatient I am at the moment, how frustrated I am at the moment, I don't think it will make for good watching. I am extremely impatient, Emmy. I am very annoyed. I want this deal to be done, not least the fact that Manchester United have a lot of work to be done. It's not just about bringing players in, it's about bringing players out, as I said. I'm just trying to remain calm. I don't want to get my blood pressure up. I don't want to get any, stress. You know, I don't need that. But I am extremely frustrated. Don't let looks deceive you. You know, I know I look very, very happy, I think. And I think that, but it's not what I'm feeling at the moment. Because at the moment, what I'm feeling doesn't represent, what I'm looking like doesn't represent how I'm feeling. Absolutely not. I have to have some sort of calmness. But I'm not calm. You know? Irfan, we must also remember that United's jersey number is a commercial commodity, which also contributes to delays. True. Big up, Irfan. Mr. Manchester United needs to be humbled and join another team. Absolutely, Kazi. He does. He believes his own hype, innit? But that's many players now. Sancho and Rashford believe their own hype. At least with Anthony, he went out there and he proved himself in the league, in a tough league. He went out there and he done it. So at least he done it. With Rashford and Sancho, they didn't do nothing last season, you know? Anyone who thinks they did is a liar. Spot on, Sal. The negativity associated with these players, too much drama outside of the pitch and enough of it. I agree, bruv. Absolutely. Then again, isn't Heaven an Arsenal fan? Yeah. It's not absolute. He might leave. You know what I mean? Chills. Big up. Maybe that's why we hired Amram built in. Big up, Chills. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good point. Ellen. Well, we are still waiting for Frankie de Jong. Here we go. Waiting 3 years now. Relax. Things obviously take time. Big up, Ellen. How you doing? Sal, how are we gonna meet? How we get Sir Matt Busby from Liverpool? We didn't get him from Liverpool. He didn't. I mean, basically, he took charge of Man United. He's from Liverpool only. He's born in Liverpool, but he's a Man United legend. Mbeumo to United. So's Rooney. He's a Scouser. Mbeumo to United. Yes, it's happening, Ali. It's happening. Anytime soon, I will be live, guys. I'll be live on this channel with the Here We Go. If we get it, hopefully we get it today or tomorrow or by the end of the week, at least. We get it. If we get Here We Go, let me just clarify something. If we get Here We Go, the deal is done, right? More or less, 99%, right? The deal is done. That doesn't mean we sign pen to paper. That will be done on the 1st of July. That's already known, the start of the financial year. That will be done then. But that doesn't mean it can't happen. Cunha came through, of course. Cunha came through the door, and he's a Man United player officially now. So that can happen as well. So we're not going to have to wait and see. Daniel, we are going for a run. Help the blood pressure and eating well. We're going for a run. I run every day, Daniel. Every day. Every single day. I run 5K a day, if not more. I've run 3 marathons in my life, Daniel. 26 milers. Sorry, I'm just more nervous about the Mbeumo Here We Go more than the strike at the moment. Emmy, what I would say is that if this Mbeumo deal doesn't go through, I'll tell you what, you guys can tell me. How should Sal react? How do you want me to react? Because I'll react anyway, as long as it's in an angry way. If Mbeumo doesn't sign for Man United, how do you guys want me to react? Do you want me to hit something? Rip my shirt off? No, you don't want me to rip my shirt off. But what do you want me to do? I would act accordingly. Absolutely. He's saying in his Ugarte, it's like he's disappeared, and I'm wondering if he's still part of next season play. He is, OC. He didn't have a preseason last season. He's going to have a preseason this summer, and he will be better next season. Absolutely. Absolutely, see. Good morning, Chills. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Of course, Revert 7. Busby was a City player. Yep. He was a Scouser, though, wasn't he? Bill, Friday for Mbeumo. Probably, Bill. Probably. I won't be surprised. Or just before the window closes. Oh, what? Oh, goodness me. Window closes on the 1st of September, by the way, guys. We still got about a month and a half. My God. Absolutely. Or manager, big up. Yeah, he is Scottish. My apologies. Yeah, he's Scottish. He's Scottish. My apologies. He played for Man City. My apologies with that. I'm not thick, though, Durand. I don't know when I watched Mbeumo. I'm on here live. I don't, at the end of the day. I don't know when I watched Mbeumo highlights earlier. That reminds me more and more Saudi Mane-esque player. Direct, powerful, and huge boost. I think a lot of people won't see. Absolutely. Let me just read this tweet. What we're trying to say, Steve, right? Just so you know, we know he's Scottish. It's what we're trying to say, mate. Is sorry if it got lost in translation. He played for Liverpool, mate. So we call him a Scouser. We call people Scouser who play for Liverpool. We know he's Scottish, mate. The abuse isn't needed in regards to that. Let me just tell you that. And it's not very wise, to be honest with you, mate. Absolutely not. But never mind. Some people are like that. I don't know, but when I watched Mbeumo highlights earlier, he reminds me more and more Sadio Mane-esque player. Direct, powerful, and huge boost. I think a lot of people won't be prepared to see. Good point. It reminds me a lot of Sadio Mane. I mean, exactly. When Sadio Mane signed from Southampton, a lot of people were writing off Sadio Mane. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that Louis van Gaal wanted Sadio Mane as well before he went to Liverpool, and a lot of the fan base was saying, why are we signing him? Why are we going after him, etc., etc. In power, I know we are still fine. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I think he is SLD. As far as I'm aware, he is, and we get a small percentage of the deal. Yeah. Sal, in a dream, if we win the Premier League next season, what would you do? Anything you want me to. Apart from, as long as it's legal, I'll do anything. I'll be absolutely over the moon. Natty, absolutely. Same, I'm impatient too, but it's like with every year. Absolutely. Absolutely every year. Absolutely, guys. Sal, if you had a choice, would it be Elisa or Mbeumo? Mbeumo, mate. All day long. Mbeumo. All day long, my friend. All day long. Absolutely. All day long. Yeah. And Mbeumo is quality. It makes United much more dangerous. I agree with that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Philip, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Trust Ruben, guys. He will bring the right players. Any of the crap he don't want will suffer in the long run because of all other clubs. We'll see them for what they are. Only one more year to suffer. Absolutely. Guys, Philip, I honestly believe, right, and I don't want to sound overly zealous, but I honestly believe at Man United, if we get the transfers in that we are supposed to get the transfers in, we will have a good season next season. We will have a good season next season. I believe that at the end of the day. So hopefully we get the players in. I think a forward line of Mbeumo, Cunha, and a striker, a good striker, a good number 9, we'll do well. We'll do well. I'm putting my neck out there. I think we'll do well next season. Absolutely. Big up, Bill. More Mark Harry, more attacking force. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Big up, everyone, of course. Yeah. So, guys, I want to thank everyone who's joined me today. Please don't forget to join me for the... let me just read this one from Emmy. What do you think of under-21s? Walter Marde got a hat-trick a few highlights ago in a tournament and could be a good youth grab at the end of the season. I've never heard of him, to be honest with you, but I will look into him definitely, Emmy. I don't come in here pretending I know too much about him, but I will look into him definitely. But we are looking at certain strikers and players at the moment in regards to the future. So let's wait and see what happens. Of course, absolutely. Big up, Bill. Thank you so much for joining me. Big up yourself. Thank you very much, everyone who joined me today. You absolute legends, of course. Thank you very, very much, of course, guys. And guys, don't forget, I'll be live later on for Chatterbox. So don't forget to put your notifications on. Thank you so much, EC. Much love to you. Don't forget to put your notifications on. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please, guys, please don't forget to subscribe if you're here. We're on our way to 12,000 subscribers. Let's get to there. This is the realist. We don't need to say it. Big up, Natty. And we'll always speak the truth, guys. Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you very much. And guys, have a great day. I'll see you later on for Chatbox. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your morning, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. Happy days. Take it easy. Peace.